People make videos about things that they know, and then people make things about things that they assume they know. This is where I feel qualified to give advice. Reddit relationship advice. I read one Colleen Hoover book, and I ended up on Reddit's relationship advice tab. I don't read Colleen Hoover, don't worry, that was a lie. My 22 female boyfriend, 22 male, won't stop cat mode. My boyfriend, Jacob, and I have been dating for about 9 months, and everything has been amazing so far. One thing to note is that he's a cat person. Thinks they're cute, sends me cute kittens on Instagram, wants to get one, etc. Recently, though, he started doing something he calls going cat mode. He will get on all fours, arch his back, look... I'm sorry. Give me a second. He will get on all fours, arch his back, look at me like I'm the Cheshire cat, and start meowing and crawling and licking me. He says it's just a bit of fun, but it's kind of off-putting and strange, especially while we're being intimate together, and it's throwing me off. I've tried talking to him about this, but he says while I don't have to do it with him, I should respect how he wants to express himself comedically. How do I handle this? He's not a furry or anything, but I don't know if I want to keep going cat mode. That is a valid excuse. Babe, I'm sorry, I don't want to go cat mode. I don't feel like it. What the fuck? Why you don't want to go cat mode? What's so wrong about cat mode? I just don't know, Jacob. I don't feel like getting on all fours. I don't like seeing you vulnerable in that position either. Cat X owner roleplay, babe. Think about it. I don't want to roleplay with you, Jacob. I saw the cat leash on the counter earlier from Petco. Bro, there's a bell on it and everything. I'm not gonna why you gotta be so difficult? I think what he's doing is taking a passion, interpreting it, and kind of putting it into your relationship. And I think that's the toxic part. Because I do believe that it's okay to let people be weird. I know that you say he's not a furry, and I don't think that the majority of the furry community are people who like to do sexual things, okay? But there is a smaller sector that does like to partake in those things. And I think if you and I, right, we're going to do this together, we're going to open him up to that sector of the community, because I see a lot of correlation happening. If he likes to get on all fours and arch his back, what kind of say do we have when someone wants to display certain physical attributes and start getting on all fours? No, I'm not going to say. I'd be like, well, I love you so much, but like, why? Can you maybe do that somewhere where I can't see? I also feel like this is like male horse girl who didn't get to be himself. He didn't get to be a horse girl because he had to be a man in school, So now he's just kind of expressing things he couldn't do. It's childhood trauma. 23 male, my girlfriend, 22 female, won't shower more than once a week. What is the best way for me to help her change this? For context, we are both healthcare... Sorry, I'll start over. I'm really sorry. For context, we are both healthcare workers and work 5 days a week. My girlfriend, now close to 4 years, has had issues with keeping up hygiene, whether it be mental, emotional, physical, or even time-constraint reasons, and honestly, sometimes it's understandable. But recently, with the cold and flu season, we've been coming in contact with more sick patients, and we are working longer hours with more shifts to save money. I will always support her when she's not having good mental days, but I have to be honest, some days it's hard to sit with her and relax because I can smell and feel the dried sweat on her skin. Don't worry, babe, she's just decomposing, okay? It's that time of month, we shed, and the thought of her taking care of sick patients, then coming home to immediately sit down on the bed or couch makes me want to peel my skin off. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, help. So, yeah, we have some issues. Especially working in healthcare. And so on top of taking a shower and having proper hygiene comes along with smelling good after the shower, right? And that's why I would like to thank today's sponsor, Scentbird, for helping me out with today's video. Scentbird is a subscription service that allows you to try new fragrances and give you the opportunity to try out new scents for only $17 a month. With each fragrance, you get about a 30-day supply before committing to a full-size bottle, and that's honestly one of the best things I like about Scentbird, because there are a lot of scents that I want to try that I see online, but they're not in stores for me to try, and I don't want to spend a lot of money on something I don't know if I'm gonna like. So having Scentbird is a great thing. You can try it out, and if you don't like it, you can move on to the next, and they give you a lot of variety of what kind of scents you might be interested in. Scentbird even allowed me to pick out whatever 4 scents I wanted off of their website to try out and to show you all. They come in these really easy to unlock cases and are very portable for when you're on the go. The scents I chose because it's autumnal were Fall Cashmere by Skylar Clean Beauty and this fragrance that I don't want to butcher the name of, so this is what it's called. I also chose Florica Mystic Rose by Spongellé and Brit by Burberry for a more clean, going out on a night scent. They feature perfumes, colognes, and unisex fragrances. I have one of these that is unisex, and I think it's this one. You can click the link in the description to go to Scentbird's website and use my code Asia to get 55% off your first month. That's crazy. Anyway, thank you Scentbird for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back to the advice column. I think because she is working in healthcare and she's working with a lot of sick people, it's time to be for real and be like, hey, listen, it's time to consider maybe letting the shower head just drip water through your body. And you know, what I could suggest is even maybe, because she's just tired, you could give her a bath. You could help out. I feel like that's a good way of intimacy. A woman, female 26, that I, male 27, liked a few years ago just sent me an Instagram reel out of nowhere. How could this be interpreted? I will try to be brief in elaborating our history. When I met her about 10 years ago, I was head over heels into her. After a while, there was a point where both of us were in between relationships. We went on a few dates, but things never kicked off. To this day, I'm not sure if there was a spark, or if shy and oblivious me just missed hints or chances to make a move. After a bit more back and forth, she made it clear that she didn't like me romantically, but we agreed to stay friends. Naive and stupid 18-year-old me secretly still wanted more, and sticked around hoping things would change. Eventually, we lost touch. She would reach out again after a relationship of hers ended, but things once again didn't go anywhere. This went on for a while, and I would remain attached to her for years, still hoping for a chance, until I got to see the situation under a new light. I got diagnosed with ADHD and realized I was hyperfixating on her. Oh man, me. Oh wow, that is incredible. What a twist of events. God, that was me 3 months ago when I got diagnosed as well. I was like, oh my God. So I'm normal, but also there's something else going on. I thought I was just very passionate about certain things. No, there was something else happening. That is crazy. Oh, to be hyperfixated on. In a healthy way, that is with boundaries and respectable. Maybe my boyfriend has ADHD. It's time to self-diagnose. I have enough information. I know my people when I see them. With this new insight, I was able to let go and move on. That was about 4 years ago, shortly after the last time I met her and her boyfriend at the time. We were barely keeping in touch anyway at this point, so I cut contact. It's amazing how people recognize that something else is going on and they take the healthy actions to kind of retract. If that was me, I don't know, I keep pursuing. I would like to just see how far I could go. I'd like to see what boundaries I could push within myself. How far could I go through this trail? What's the farthest anyone with ADHD and hyperfixations had gone to? Can I join the people at the brink? And can we all rejoice together as a community? We'll all meet at the finish line, and that is therapy. Several therapists, several BetterHelp therapists at the finish line of hyperfixation race. Oh God, I would kill myself if I saw a BetterHelp therapist in real life. Oh my God. Okay. I didn't block her or anything, but I unfollowed her on social media. A few months later, she would do the same. The last I saw of her was 4 years ago, before severing ties, was that she moved on with her boyfriend. Apparently, things were going well for them and moving fast. She texted me about 9 months ago about something that could be Googled in less than a minute, after which we exchanged a bit of polite small talk. When someone doesn't wait for a happy birthday post, when someone doesn't wait for your birthday to reach out to you and it's just randomly out of nowhere, she wants you in her home, in her bed, in her satin sheets, holding her hand. Apparently she's doing well. It wasn't mentioned directly, but due to the context, it was clear that she was still with a fermented boyfriend. She wanted to meet again, but at the time I had no interest of going through these past experiences again, so I declined with a polite but obviously evasive answer that I am way too busy for the foreseeable future. He put her on a wait list. You ever been put on a wait list? I don't know, we'll see in about 4 to 5 months. We'll see if there's any availabilities for you. You know, my schedule is very full. I don't have a lot of time or a lot of slots, right? 2 days ago, she sent me a funny reel on Instagram. No text or message attached, just a reel. The reel in question correlates to a situation specific to me, so I doubted it was sent by mistake. As mentioned above, we don't even follow each other, and I thought I hinted at my disposition well enough last time she texted me. It might be nice to meet her again and give it another shot, but I am not sure I want to repeat the past. He's afraid that he will love her too much. No. However, what to do is not the question of this post. Oh. As I am undecided on that, what I'm having trouble with is interpreting her intent. She is one of the most kind-hearted and compassionate people I know, so I doubt it is in any way manipulative. It might be very well that I'm overthinking this, and she just saw a funny reel that made her think of me and sent it without a second thought. However, after such a long time without contact, this feels out of place. But beyond that, I am clueless. I liked the message and thought that if she wanted to get back in touch, she would certainly say so, but 2 days passed and there was nothing but silence. How would you interpret this behavior of hers? Because I just want drama to ensue, and I just kind of want to see people get into situations, I'd be like, hit her up, send her a message back. Why don't you ask her a question that you could Google very fast? Be like, hey, when did the Titanic sink? You remember that? Do you remember that from like a class that we had back at that high school that we went to together? Do you remember that time? Do you remember the time? I wonder if there'll be a high school reunion. Oh, you're going to it? You're going to it? That's crazy. It is crazy. What time are you arriving? Do you want to get dinner before the reunion? This is what you do. You follow her back, okay? And then you see how much she starts posting on her stories. If you see a sudden activity spark of her posting on her stories, like kind of regularly, you know that she wants you. She wants to grab your waist and do things to you. If there's a sudden spark in Instagram story activity, you know that someone is recently broke up with their partner, or they want you. If she starts posting songs that like you know of, and her caption's like, this hits, or like, is this us? This could be us. It's time to make a move. And I don't think there's anything wrong with hyperfixating on someone. It's what I like to call love. Sometimes, I don't know, if you get like intentions to like, I don't know, keep her in a room and you don't allow her to have independence, that's when you know what? Why don't you just stay away from women? Just stay away, because I don't want to be responsible for like a missing 26-year-old woman anytime soon. Moving on. My girlfriend, 21 female, and I, 21 male, had a conversation the other day that I can't get over, and honestly, I feel like it changed my perspective on her. So there has been a viral video going around of a pregnant woman going on stage at a Kevin Gates concert. He sits her down and proceeds to spit in her mouth. My girlfriend proceeded to say that she would take the opportunity if given so, even if she was in a relationship or not. So I said, if that happens to you while we're together, would you take that opportunity? She said, yes. I'd expect you to do the same if it was Selena Gomez, Cardi B, or Taylor Swift. That's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It is. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get an STD. She then proceeded to say, since we've had this conversation, I wouldn't do it if it happened because I know how you feel about it. Like, the only thing I'm getting from all of this is A, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity is more important than someone who wants to be with you for a lifetime. B, if we never had this conversation, it would be something you would do. C, she would have no problem cheating on me when I told her I wouldn't do that to her or anyone because that's disgusting and disrespectful and fuck to do it to someone else. I asked her if she even thought flirting was considered cheating, and she said, no, I consider it disrespectful. I think your feelings are valid, especially when she brings up how flirting, she thinks, is not considered cheating, but disrespect. That's like when someone downloads a dating app that's still in a relationship. Some people are like, well, I don't know, that's not cheating. Bitch, it's the intention. Like, I don't download DoorDash so it sits there and marinates, right? I'm planning to use it at some point in time, okay? I'm scrolling through a variety of restaurants to see what looks good, and that's what these people do. So it's time to move on. We'll do one more. I, 21 male, want to break up with my girlfriend, 22 female, because I'm having a surgery. I've been with a girlfriend for about 9 months now, and the relationship, I'd say it was never much of an intimate relation. So I'm having a surgery coming up. It's a bone surgery leg, so I wouldn't be able to walk for something like a month, and I don't think I'm comfortable with her being around. You know, seeing me like that. It's more about me not wanting to show her all of myself. Let me tell you something right now, okay? You have to be vulnerable. You have to submit yourself to vulnerability, eventually. But because we cannot foresee the future enough to know that, like, imagine I'm really into someone, and I'm like, I really like you, but the possibility of me having to get a surgery and my leg cut off and you seeing me there all vulnerable in the hospital bed with the gown that shows my ass, I don't know about that. I don't want to give you the ick. I'm not sure how I should tell her. I thought making something up or just telling her the truth without much of details. How do you think I should tell her? I think there are other factors as to why you want to break up with her. I don't think it's the surgery. I think let's just look at what you started off with. I'd say it was never much of an intimate relation. Neither of us never pushed to know each other more and stuff like that. We know the issue. We know the reason, 25 male. You gotta be honest with yourself before you be honest with another person. I think you're bluffing. I think you just don't like her that way. And that's okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If there's any other interesting tabs you'd like me to cover on Reddit, let me know. I'll see you later. Bye. Bro, she's not letting me go cat mode. I bought ears and everything. I got a tail butt plug. It hurts, but I know that it would enhance our intimacy.